Welcome to Vintage Genetics, where it is all about classic bodybuilding. And today is a classic chest workout, a good old chest workout in a pretty much empty gym, which is always nice. You can go all out without having to worry about anyone else or anyone using any machines or equipment. So that is a very nice thing indeed. But we will start out with the bench press. I actually haven't done the bench press in a while, at least if I haven't done it for at least 1 to 2 weeks. I already think that's quite a long while of not doing it, because the bench press is one of my own favorite exercises. But I wanted to test my strength on it because I have been working on the upper chest, on dips, other exercises, and even shoulders. So I was curious about my strength gains, and I also gained some weight, so that should help me as well. But I'm already doing this weight pretty easily and smoothly, and as you can see, I'm going all the way down. Guys, please, if you're young, if you're starting out and you feel strong, please let the bar drop all the way down. You will benefit from it so much more later on, because you will get stronger through the entire range of motion. Because as you can see right here, even when going heavy, and this is a record for me by the way, 150 kilos, I can still do it with the full range of motion, maybe a little bit too fast, because this was my first time really going for the 10 reps, which I did and I'm very happy about. But yes, even when going heavy, you should go all the way down. Why? Because sometimes, and I've seen it a lot, I've seen it happen a lot, when you go too heavy and you don't have a spotter, or you have a bad spotter, and you actually get to that point on the bottom and you drop down below the part where you usually never go, your body, your chest, your muscles are not used to the stress and to the feeling of being in that position, because you're never going that low. And then all of a sudden that heavy weight is pushing you down at your weakest point, and that's not what you want to have happen. That's how chests tear apart, that's how you get injuries, etc. And if you want to build a massive, full, strong chest, you go for the full range of motion. And now it is time for another exercise, but I set 7 sets at the start of the bench press. I only showed you until set 5. I did a heavier set of 160 kilos and a paused rep set at the last set to really pump the chest up, because now we will stretch it out again with the incline bench press. As you can see, still going all the way down, and my grip is fairly wide. I actually would have liked it a little wider, but this bar was a little different, so I wasn't sure how wide to hold it. But if you have this bar when doing the incline bench press, just go as wide as you're able to go. Why do I say this? Because this is, first of all, how Arnold used to do it, but second of all, you want to feel the stretch in the chest. You cannot really contract the chest maximally here. You can do that on the dumbbell press, you can do that on chest flies, but you cannot do it on the bench press. So since you can't maximize the contraction, you should try to maximize the stretch. And the more you're able to stretch your chest, the more range of motion is applied and the more tension is put on your pectoral muscles. And that is where it's all about during a chest training. And this is quite a heavy set for me after doing all those sets at the regular bench press, but still slow and controlled, guys. If you're used to a weight but you are realizing that you're in your form, your range of motion, or it just doesn't feel right, just lower the weight and practice your form. Trust me, in the long run it's gonna help you out so much. I've never had a chest injury or any serious shoulder injury, just some impingements, stuff like that from actually benching wrong in my earlier years. but I already fixed all of that. I never feel any shoulder pain anymore because I allow my muscles to go through the full range of motion, allowing them to strengthen. Every single fiber, every single angle is used to a high load of weight. And then, as you just saw, we are doing the Dumbbell Flies, one of my favorite classic exercises for chest. This is the third ultimate classic exercise that there is, and the third exercise of today. The Dumbbell Flies are great to expand the chest, to expand the rib cage, and to contract the muscle nicely. But again, just like on the bench press, well, it's not the same case, but you should not try to contract the muscle fully here because then you lose the tension. On the cable flies, then yes, fully contract it. But when doing dumbbell flies, focus more on the stretch. And when you're going up and you feel the tension about to disappear, you stop. And because no one is in the gym, it's always nice to check your progress while you're having a pump. You never have the opportunity to do so when you're home because you're never working out like you are in the gym. Except for people with a home gym, of which I am jealous, of course. But I'm about to do some dumbbell flies and just to see, you know, my progression, how my lean bulk is going. And this is pretty much the highest body fat percentage I want to go during the lean bulk. Otherwise, it cannot be called a lean bulk anymore. I want to be able to see some veins, some striations, and at least all the shapes of the muscle so that I realize and that I know on which weak points to work. For example, right now I can see all the muscles that I want to see. I can see the shoulders, the biceps, the triceps, the chest, whether the upper chest needs to be worked on, whether it lags behind the lower chest. If you're at a really high body fat percentage, your chest is simply always full. You never really know that your upper chest needs more work, and I like to see all those details myself, and I like to feel a little healthy while I'm doing it. But yeah, now it's time for some posing, because of course that is the best way there is to check your progress, because you can compare poses from years back, and that's what I always like to do, to see whether some weak points have improved. My arms have always been a strong point of mine, and my chest has been a weak point in the past, and now that it's pumped up, I can see that it's starting to grow to a size that is in proportion to the rest of my body, and that's what I like to see. I want that Arnold chest, which some people say is even too big, but in my opinion, a chest can never be too big as long as the rest of your body looks decent as well. It'll then just look awesome. And here, doing some classic poses, which I really want to practice on a lot more. I'm going to, you know, when I'm a little leaner, to show you guys how to do classic posing more efficiently, more effectively, and why classic poses are better than always doing the normal mandatory posing. And I am wearing this Stay Golden stringer tank top, by the way. And if you go to the website vintagegenetics.com right now until, let me check, April 23, there is still an Easter discount of 20% on every single item in the store, including workout and nutrition plans. So if you're interested, please check it out and see if there's anything you like, because you might want to use this discount code if you were already planning on buying something in the future. But anyway, we are doing the chest dips right now. One of my favorite exercises. Again, a classic exercise. This, of course, is a machine. Normally, you can do it on, you know, a free weight dip with your own body weight, of course. But with the machine, I am able to achieve a better contraction, as you just saw. You could literally see the chest stretch and contract. And here I'm about to do the dumbbell pullover like it is supposed to be. And let me explain to you why. You might think this is bro science, but I think it is, you know, at least a bit reality. I have noticed that during my years of doing the dumbbell pullover, my ribcage size has increased at least a little bit. Of course, I've grown in size in general, but in proportion to the rest of my body, my ribcage has certainly improved. Now, you've always seen me do the regular dumbbell pullover on the bench, just laying on the bench normally, but this way you stretch your ribcage a lot more. And it's better for your chest as well, you get a better stretch. It's a little more difficult to contract and really use your mind-muscle connection for the chest because your back is involved as well. But if you really want to expand that ribcage, because the more your ribcage expands, the tinier your waist will look, then you really should just give it a try and just feel it out. Just feel the expansion of the ribcage. You know, breathe in a lot of air while doing the stretch and just experience it yourself. But anyway, the next exercise is a side lateral raise. For every one shoulder workout, I have 2 chest workouts. So that means that I'm not including the side lateral raise in one of the chest workouts, otherwise I would be doing it too much. But in this chest workout, as I previously did not do a shoulder workout, I included it because I like to combine the chest and the side delts, because you're working them a little bit together anyway when doing any chest press. Your front delts and even a little bit of your side delts are simply pumped up from doing all the motions of the chest exercises. And then it is time for the triceps. I really want to work on the long head and the medial head. I want those meaty triceps to form. I really do. And that means doing a lot of overhead exercises like you just saw me do, the French press, and doing close grip presses for the medial head. And then it is time for the VBar Pushdown, one of my favorite pushdown exercises to work on the tricep thickness. As you can see right here, the tricep has definitely improved in thickness, especially the small head, as you can see right there. But I want to improve that sweep on the back a lot more, because I see a lot of bodybuilders with great arms that would beat me in the tricep development. Not to even mention Roelly Winkler, but hey, his triceps are monstrous. But I'm saying, the bigger your triceps are, the more impressive your entire arms will be, even if your biceps aren't that great, but a combination of both is the best for sure. And then to finish it off, underhand single tricep extensions. This is a great exercise for both the long head and the medial head. It's kind of an overhead exercise as well, but to me also kind of a press with the triceps, as you can see right there, the same movement. But yes, this is the final exercise of today. I want to thank you for watching, and don't forget to stay golden.